Welcome again to Joe Stunner Boxing. Adam Smith of Sky spent 30 years at Sky Sports, predominantly doing boxing, and he disappeared last year. And people were saying, did he have a gambling problem? What was wrong? Well, he's just come out and announced that he is actually leaving Sky. He has already left, possibly, and that the reason he was off for so long is because he was battling cancer. And the great news is that he is actually now cancer free. And he did the usual thing, like paid tribute to Sky and all his colleagues and everything. And I think that's, it's a fantastic bit of news that he's cancer free, because people made fun of Adam because he came across as being a bit dorky, or the Mr. Bean of boxing or whatever. But he knows his stuff and he loves boxing. He genuinely loves it and cares about it. And I think he was definitely someone who steadied the ship when he was at Sky. And I know that Eddie Hearn and Matchroom, when they were given carte blanche to do what they wanted, 10 years ago, whatever it was, 11, 12 years ago, and they made huge strides in resurrecting British boxing. There's no doubt about it. But Adam, he was a wise head on old shoulders, or an old head on wise shoulders, or something like that. But he was the sort of, perhaps a foil that could kind of, rein in some of Eddie's, more outlandish ideas, perhaps. And I think if you look at what Boxer and Ben Shalom have done at Sky, or are doing at Sky, I think Adam's experience is the thing that's been missing. I think if Adam had stayed at Sky, or had been able to stay at Sky, he could have balanced Ben Shalom's inexperience, because he is a very, very young man and very young promoter, certainly, and they wouldn't have had some of the issues that they've had. Now, the question is, who's going to replace Adam? It's a good question. I mean, Andy Clark is someone. I mean, I know someone who knows Andy Clark, and he's very knowledgeable, cares a lot about boxing. I don't know. I honestly don't know. I mean, I'm just surmising here, but he's possibly one possibility. There are others probably in the wings, but the thing about Adam Smith is he did spend 30 years at Sky Sports. That's a lifetime. That's a life sentence, isn't it? Really. And you can't buy experience. There is no substitute for experience. And God knows Sky Boxing, anyway, needs an experienced hand on the helm, because, again, Ben Shalom and Boxer have not exactly been covering themselves in glory all the time. There have been a few good nights, but we look about, people being pulled out of purse bids, and shows being downgraded to, from the O2 to the York Hall. The York Hall is almost becoming a second home to Ben Shalom and Boxer. They've had about, I think it's 3 York Hall cards on in 2023 alone. There's nothing wrong with the York Hall. It's just that, Boxer, if they have got this tremendous platform, which is Sky Sports, you would think that they would want to build themselves into a, major promotional company. And certainly the amount of money that has been spent on fighters, everyone from, Ben Whittaker, Fraser Clark, Artinstall and Price, and let's not even get started on Akoli and Boazzi. I mean, Akoli and Boazzi are a good example of where someone like Adam Smith could have advised Ben Shalom. Now, I did hear, before Adam went off, sick, or gardening leave as they call it. I never did understand where that phrase came from. But anyway, I did hear that he wasn't really getting on with Ben Shalom. There was a little bit of friction between Ben Shalom and Adam Smith. But you know what? At times there was a bit of friction between Eddie Hearn and Adam Smith. And probably behind the scenes there was a lot of debate going on. But they worked together because they worked very well. So yeah, who's going to take over from Adam Smith? This sort of overlaps, I guess, with the whole Boxer issue. The whole Boxer, Ben Shalom, is he experienced enough? What's he doing? Can he do it? What's going on behind the scenes? I'm sure the Sky executives aren't that happy with how things have gone so far. you know, with Ben Shalom's boxing era at Sky. But now Adam's gone. Obviously his role becomes vacant. Who's going to fill it? I don't know. But all the best to Adam Smith anyway. It's good that he's beaten cancer. Hopefully it won't come back. And yeah, just wanted to make a video to sort of update you on that. If you've got any comments, of course, leave them below. Subscribe to the channel if you're new and hit the subscribe button. I do appreciate you spreading the word about Joe Stunner Boxing. And of course, yeah, I'll look forward to reading your comments and answer them. And in the meanwhile, bye for now.